Okay, I'm just making a quick video here. I know that most people weren't expecting me to do a live video. I just wanted to make a video, and I felt like, if I was gonna go off my phone and record it, set up the whole thing, it would just be too long to get it out to you all. Um, just gonna be quick here. I'm not gonna try to go over 15 minutes or 10-ish minutes. We'll see how the conversations go here. Um, Tonight is a very, very somber, depressing, saddened night. Yes, it's raining out here. Um, no, I do not. I have no reason to. The only people I hate are the St. Louis Cardinals, Green Bay Packers, and Ohio State Buckeyes. So I do not hate you, Hats McGee. There's no reason to. And even if there was, I don't do that kind of stuff. That's just not my thing. So I'm down to 0 viewers now. All right. Well, I will send a message over to let Sergio know to grow up. Um, so I'm just making this video here. If anyone watches the replay, I will be making a more in-depth video about this topic some other time down the road, sometime before February, because tonight, like I was about to get into, tonight is the saddest night in Cubs history. It is the last last broadcast of television or radio, but it's the last television broadcast of the Chicago Cubs on WGN. And if you're out there as a Cubs fan, then let me know, how you're feeling about this in the comments down below. I for sure will be making a more in-depth video about this topic, how the Cubs are being bastards and selling out and creating their own marquee network. That's what's being called, kind of like what the Dodgers and the Yankees do. Um, so the Cubs are making their own network, and really pissed about it. Really, really pissed about it. Yeah, more than Cubs don't. Yeah, the Cubs got eliminated from postseason contention Wednesday night. First time since 2014 that they will not be in the playoffs, which is like a pretty good run considering how bad the Cubs had been doing for quite some time. I will try to do a whole season wrap up of the Cubs at some point. I don't know if it'll be it'll probably be after my hiatus. Um, yes, we got one World Series title of it, 3 straight appearances to the NLCS, um, 1 for 3 in those appearances. And then last year we barely made it into the playoffs and like lost in the wild card game. So that was really unfortunate. But I'll do a whole in-depth video about the Cubs 2019 season at some point and the switch over to the Marquee Network. But I'm just wanting to do a video here quickly that it's really depressing that the Cubs are leaving an anchor of Chicago tradition, where I think it was 2014. I remember they were at Milwaukee. That was the last time Pat Hughes signed off for Cubs radio on WGN. Then they went to 780, and then I think that's CBS. They also have the Bears games, and then they went to 670 The Score, and now I think the White Sox are on WGN, which is kind of odd. But and the White Sox used to be on 670, so it's really weird to be a Cubs fan right now. So much is changing, and it's like hard change right now. It's like coming so suddenly, so it's really hard to accept all this. I mean, I get the on the field stuff like really sucks, but like the off the field stuff is gonna really shake me. Because I mean, for me, I'm like a very optimistic Cubs fan. I mean, that's how you kind of pump blood and breathe as a Cubs fan. you breathe bad in and you breathe optimism out. That's how you operate as a Cubs fan. That's how you live as a Cubs fan. That's why you get to wear the Cubby blue proudly. Anyone can wear the Cubby blue. You're a Cubs fan then, but you're a Cubby fan if you're breathing out optimism. If you're so hopeful. J38, what is up? I will try to get the video out tonight. So let me get into that topic in a second here. But being a Cubs fan for 108 years. Next year is our year. So I don't know how much longer we'll have to wait till we can celebrate the World Series again for the Cubs. But just want to make this video that the end of an era in many aspects. Joe Madden is now the rumors are really kicking up. I have been live for just about 6 minutes now, not too much. I wasn't going to be on for too long. I'm just talking about it's the end of an era. Cubs are having their final television broadcast on WGN, and they have been on WGN TV since 1948. So it has been a long time for the Cubs and WGN to be together. And I get it, that's a business decision, but it really, it seems like betrayal. I mean, I know that the Cubs are also on primarily Comcast Sportsnet Chicago, sometimes some ABC games, and then of course you have when it's primetime games, then you have it on Fox Sports or ESPN, and then it's like crap. We have to listen to the ESPN crew on Sunday nights. But yeah, it's the end of an era with WGN, of course, and it really hurts that the Cubs are betraying the fans like this. It was really depressing. I had to call my grandma Nadel after this because I wrote her down like as I'm about to say this, as I'm thinking about what I'm saying. It's really depressing to say that I wrote down on a sheet of paper and I said, Grandma, here's the last few Cubs games on TV for the rest of the season. This was last Friday, and I said, this might be the last time you ever see a Cubs game on TV. And it really, really hurts. It really sucks that the Cubs, Cubs are just, I get it, it's a business decision. But that's what that's what the West and East Coast are for. They're business oriented. They sometimes don't give a shit. Sometimes they're the hard, cold cynics of the business world. That's not what the Midwest is about. Midwest is about family and being together. So it really, it was tearful, to hand a piece of paper to my grandma, and when I call her up today to say, hey, today is the last day you get to watch because she doesn't have, I mean, she does have ABC7 on basic cable, but she'll get to watch Sunday. But otherwise, calling up grandma and saying, hey, it's the last time you get to watch the Cubs on TV, and it's really depressing. Because I have WoW cable, and it's like a bundle thing, and I don't know if WoW is going to support it. Let me read through some comments here. Yes, go Cubs, go. Let me get to that in a second. Hate the Cardinals too. Absolutely. Yeah. Hans McGee, no. There was little talk about the beef, and wasn't really noteworthy to bring up. Kind of him blowing his own steam off. Yes, J38, they're creating the Marquee Network and I remember I was at a Cubs game in August 31st with my mom. That was one of the last good Cubs games I saw, because after that they had their own September slide of 2019, 50 years later, after the 1969 September slide. History has repeated itself, and I'm wearing a 69 replica jersey. So, and I saw on one of the jumbotrons, coming February 2020, the Marquee Network, and I'm like, fuck. It's just like really aggravates you that they're, I mean, I don't know how well it's worked with the Dodgers and the Yankees having their own network, but it's just, Is it new for Chicago Cubs fans? Yes. Are we going to be against it? Of course, because we're so used to tradition. I mean, we are one of the oldest franchises in baseball, and so the new network is on. Yeah, it'll be on like cable or satellite. I don't know how I'm gonna get it, to be honest. It's gonna be real because I'm gonna do a video. I'll do some more research into this, and then sometime in a few more weeks, sometime before the Marquee Network comes out, I'll make a video about it. Um, I have the the mystery box video coming out today. So J38. I'm also glad that you sent me that box because I had a special and a very interesting special effect in mind that I wanted to do that would only work really. It would make sense if I had a box delivered to me. So I'm glad you sent it over. So I have a kind of a cheesy special effect that I did. So it'll be kind of funny. So um, so I'm glad you sent it over. So I have an excuse to use that special effect. Yeah, Xfinity Comcast. I know that Comcast Sportsnet is going to be changing in October. They'll be hosting, I guess, all of the Bulls and Blackhawks games. So I think WGN is out of the sports business, which really sucks. Because now WGN America didn't have any Cubs games starting like 2016 or 17, and then recently WGN Network in Chicago got bought out. So the whole idea, the slogan of WGN is Chicago's very own news network, sports network, Chicago's very own. And now it's like, will it be? Will it be Chicago's own? And we don't know. And the other problem with the Marquee Network is the host networking company is Sinclair Networking or Sinclair Group, and there's a lot of backlash that people are like, oh, well, they own all these like smaller news networks, local networks, and they drive their conservative agenda. It's like, okay, I mean, whoever is running CNN is driving their liberal agenda. So what's the problem? It's like, get over it. Like if you have any political inclinations, like okay, one of the Ricketts did join the Trump cabinet, I think, and they're having some either originally the Ricketts were against Trump and now they're supporting him, or I don't know how it is, but if anyone is making any political implications that Sinclair is going to push some sort of political agenda into the Cubs network, yeah, I don't know how that's going to happen, but there was a video I saw these two guys talking that not just that, but getting ad revenue in. How do we get Nike or Target or Ford to help sponsor provide the commercials to get that ad revenue for the Cubs network. So there's kind of also that aspect to it where it's like concerning of having the Sinclair network owning the Cubs new network, being concerned about the um, reputation Sinclair has for the rest of the Cubs projected networking thing. Yeah, I'm actually going to Lou Malnati's tonight with a friend, so we'll see if I can have some beer. But also, I'm just about broke right now, so I don't know if I can really afford a beer or so. So we'll see how that goes. The other thing you mentioned J38 a long time ago, Go Cubs Go. There is a lyric in Go Cubs Go that it will be irrelevant completely now, where Steve Goodman sings, "You can catch it all on WGN," and now we can't anymore because the Cubs sold out. So, yeah, I mean, it's really depressing right now with how much it's changing right now with the Cubs and really fast. So we'll see how everything goes. So yeah, I just want to make this quick video. If anyone's watching the replay, for Cubs fans, let me know how you're handling all of the changes. Cubs leaving WGN and their new network, the changes, the September slide 50 years later, Joe Madden possibly leaving. What else is there? Excuse me. This is like, I don't know how credible this is, but I've heard a rumor from some sources that even though Cubs have the option to pick up Rizzo this offseason, there's a chance that they could actually trade him, or that they are listening to trades for Rizzo, because supposedly he was supposed to be the team captain, the leader after David Ross left, the guy that everyone looks up to. But I guess I've heard from some sources that Rizzo hasn't really lived up to that expectation. And then I also saw a tweet that if Castellanos hits the free market, Mets could offer him up to $1 million, $100 million, $100 million. And yeah, that would be really bad to lose Castellanos because he really likes being on the Cubs. He loves wearing these pinstripes. And yeah, so anyone watching the replay, let me know how you're reacting to this just huge sombering curtain that's befalling us on the north side and around the country. So thank you to Hats McGee for watching, J38 for chiming in as well. And go Cubs go. Cheers to the Cubbies. And let's all hope that we can fly the W one more time. We haven't flown the W in over a week. It was last Monday. Well, I'm looking at my calendar. September 16th, because next day was Constitution Day. It's the 27th. It's been over 10 days since I've flown the W. It's really sad. And yeah, whatever. So, early predictions for the World Series. I got Yankees and Braves, and playing in the World Series. So that's that. Anyways, hats off to you as always for watching. If you're watching the replay and you're new to this channel and just coming on here, please subscribe. I'm at almost 100 subscribers, and it's a lot of people to watch this channel, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So thanks everyone for watching, and have a good day, everyone. Go Cubs, go forever.